What's up, Claymakers? Peter here from Clay, and we have one more product roundup for you before the new year. Let's dive right in. Today we are highlighting exclude companies and people from table when you're starting your search, send to sequence or flow, Notion and Google Docs, stoked for these, YouTube natural language search, use AI for HTTP API connections, and financial filings questions. So let's start with exclude companies from people table. Previously, you could only exclude people from a people table and companies from company tables. Now you can exclude people through their social profile URL or companies through their domain or social profile from any table. And you can just select the table that you want to refer to as an exclude table. Somewhat of a silly example, but these are clay manufacturers in China. Let's say we want to find all clay manufacturers, but exclude the ones we already have in our CRM. So we're going to find companies, and we're going to exclude companies in this new section here. We can select company table, and this is the table that already exists. Let's select it. Default view is fine for now, and let's use their social URL. In industry, I'm going to select clay manufacturers, and let's set the limit to 100. Obviously, in this case, I could just exclude China here, but I'm just using a simple example. Let's generate our previews, and let's see. These are clay manufacturers not in China. Hopefully that makes things easier for you in the deduping process. Send to sequencer flow. We have 9 sequencer integrations, and that number is only going to grow. And for each, there's custom variables, slightly different language. So we created a modal that simplifies the export process so you don't have to learn each one individually. This modal documents the custom variables or any other gotchas for the sequencer. When you pick which track to export, it'll help you map the enrichments to the custom variables. There's more to come here, but let's see. We've generated some very basic messages here. All you have to do is go to Actions, Export, and then you're going to scroll all the way down to email sequencers. There's only one option now because they're all housed in the same modal. Now you see all our sequencers. Let's just select reply.io. Select our API key here. You'll see that the one message subject body is already selected. You can also add more directly from here or have more in a sequence. We document here reply.io's custom fields, and if you switch to different sequencers, let's say outreach, you'll see different documentation. Let's go to one more, Smart Lead, and there's more there, and you can also go to our resources here. Next, let's cover Notion and Google Docs together. Fairly simple slide because there's not that much nuance to cover. As with every enrichment, you can find these and add enrichment. Notion, and now you have the power to create a page, create database item, append to a page, update the database items, or look up object by title. For Google Docs, you can create a doc and append text to the doc as well. I am so stoked for these. I use Notion for my personal tracking and operational stuff. Google Docs, I can easily see it being used for sales prep docs. I house a lot of my large AI prompts in Google Docs, so appending text to that would be super helpful. YouTube natural language source. Now you can search like you do on YouTube to find a list of YouTube videos. It's 0 credits, and of course with our enrich YouTube feature that we launched a couple weeks ago, super powerful. Let's add a new table and type in YouTube, search for YouTube videos. Let's say I want to type in AI agents for B2B sales. And let's keep the maximum at 50. Country of search, this is akin to where you're searching from, not where the videos are originated. And then let's say English. Let that guy run. Boom, we have 50 videos found, and if you click in, you'll see that there is the YouTube URL, of course very useful, the title, views length, and publish date. From here, you can add enrichment, YouTube, enrich YouTube video or video transcript, and select link under search for YouTube. That'll be the YouTube URL, and continue to add fields. Let's just pick transcript for now. Just run 10 rows. Now all within Clay, you found 50 videos and 50 transcripts, and you can filter that down to uploaded in the last X months, and then you'll have a transcript of what people are talking about on a topic in YouTube. Use AI for HTTP API. Often the biggest headache when connecting different tools that you want. Adam built an AI assistant that reads the documentation to help you map the HTTP API connections. You can also submit your own docs if the AI isn't doing the best job and iterate through the errors that it will also help you with. Let's say we want to send these YouTube URLs and transcripts to a different database using Zapier. We would go to HTTP API in enrichments, and now we have this use AI to autofill inputs. portion. Let's grab this endpoint from Zapier and put it in. And our method is going to be post for this scenario. Now it's reading the documentation that Zapier has through this endpoint. It'll pop out some TLDR of documentation. If it's not correct, you can actually copy paste what you know to be correct into the option, or you can click on the search button a couple more times, and I found that sometimes it'll generate something that's more accurate for you. Great, required inputs, body, content type, and authorization. This looks correct enough for me. Let's continue. And in the body, let's hover over this I so we get the format. Okay, JSON object, key 1, value 1. Let's follow that format with a curly bracket, quote URL, quote, colon, quote, backslash, list, or link rather, end quote, comma, quote, transcript, colon, backslash, transcript. Let's go with transcript 2 here. Content type is optional, authorization is optional, so let's just go ahead for now. And we get this little preview. This looks correct to me. Let's send test request. Ooh. Error, failed to parse body. Let's repair and retry with AI. Something failed here, so let's go back to inputs and look at if the syntax is wrong. Oops. So I forgot the end curly bracket. And let's send test request again. There we go. This looks good. Great. Now that's successfully uploaded into the body, and now we can save. Financial filings questions. We have a specialized AI agent to query financial filings. All you need is a set of tickers, and let's add an enrichment and say financial filing questions. Let's click on that. We can ask questions like, what are the ESG goals for this company? We have to set a start date and an end date within the past 3 years. Let's say 2024, 01, and 2024, 12/31. Stock ticker is going to be this ticker column. And document type, let's just go with the 10Ks. Let's save and run for the 3 rows. And it's rolling. I had previously done this before, so we can see that NVIDIA has some integrate sound, environmental, social, and corporate governance. You can read that, but that is the answer to ESG goals for NVIDIA. Thank you so much for a great year of product feedback so that we could get these integrations and features out to y'all. If you have any questions, ask us in Slack, check out our docs, or email us at support@clay.com. Make sure you follow for next year's latest in Clay, and I will see you then.